£1 billion and we're still losing to a 10-man West Ham. They don't even have Rice anymore. I can't do this every season. Sort it out!
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair, 3 goals we scored and claim our right. In unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Benga Folaya Kilo Soul.
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair, 3 goals we scored and claim our right. Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Our
strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair, 3 goals we scored and claim our right. Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Have we spent £1 billion and we're still losing to a 10-man West Ham? They don't even have Rice anymore. I can't do this every season. Sort it out!
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair, 3 goals we scored and claim our right. In unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Benga Folaya Kilo Soul.
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair, 3 goals we scored and claim our right. Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Our
strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair, 3 goals we scored and claim our right. Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Have we spent £1 billion and we're still losing to a 10-man West Ham? They don't even have Rice anymore. I can't do this every season. Sort it out!
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair, 3 goals we scored and claim our right. In unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Benga Folaya Kilo Soul.
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair, 3 goals we scored and claim our right. Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Our
strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair, 3 goals we scored and claim our right. Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Hello, good evening. If you are hearing me around the world at the moment, I want to say good evening to everyone. Good evening to everyone who is currently watching me around the world. How are you? I know it is a challenging moment for us, especially for Chelsea fans around the world. How are you? Hello, Sparks Place. How are you, Sparks Place, from YouTube? How are you? Hello to you. Good to see you here today. If you are hearing me, Sparks, say hi, please, because I didn't check this audio very well before I started the program. Let me confirm whether you are hearing me. If you are hearing me, just say hi. I just want. All right, that means you are hearing me. But yes, it's been a long time, Sparks place. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. How's work? How's everything? Um, no matter what is happening now, um, we should know that we are still Chelsea. That's what I would say. The team for this broadcast. Oh, thank you, Eric Jericho. Thank you, Eric. It's good to know that you are hearing me clearly. The theme for today's broadcast is this. I said, something is wrong with our players. But who is really to blame? We have seen in today's match that something is wrong with our players. But who is really to be blamed? True Nigeria. How are you, my brother? So let me just put the link for those who want to connect. Let me put the link in the comment section. It's good to see my brother True Nigeria today. So if you want to be part of the program, I'll put the link in the comment section. So just click it as usual because I think this question is for all of us, and I'm happy that my brother True Nigeria is here today. So Chelsea View also is here today. I'm happy a lot of people are here today. So who is really to blame? Who is really to blame? Chelsea View is here. So maybe when you are okay, you have opened your camera. So here there's the link again. Here is the link again. So who is to blame? Chelsea View. Are you there? Are you there, Chelsea View? I think Chelsea View is not there. So now when you look at it, who should we blame now? We were blaming the coach before. The coach used used 3 defenders today, and in fact, in the first half, I said I could see the fluidity, but it seems our players lost it finally in the second half. First half was still okay. We missed some chances here and there, and there was a leakage in the midfield somehow, but we still managed to survive in that first half. But second half, our nyash opened. So yes, Tyler Jones, give us a win. Oh yes, they need to give us a win. Mr. Shegun Adesanya, are you there?
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother, Mr. Shegun Adesanya. What can you say about
Yes, sir.
today's game?
Today's game, I'm really disappointed with the coach because we have the opportunity to win the match. The first half was okay, but the second half they really pressed us. They have more possession than us, And as from the coach supposed to realize that when this team, Aston Villa, realized that they could not penetrate through the middle, you notice that they started using the wing. They could not use what's his name, Cucurella wing. Then they switched the ball to Gusto wing, and you were able to utilize this wing. You realize that Gusto was not performing well in that wing. You should have switched back James to his position and simply remove what's it called? Remove Gusto from that match in the second half. Then I also noticed that Enzo, the position of Palmer, Enzo is the one playing that position, and I don't see anything special in Enzo. He lacks vision. Enzo lacks vision. His passes are not so accurate. I don't know why the coach so have so much interest in Enzo. Then what's it called? Nkunku. I don't see that guy as a Chelsea kind of player. So the coach has a lot of things to do to correct this mistake he made today.
All right.
Let's
All right.
just go back to that position that you have to play. That's right defense. Then what's it called? The Palmer should go back to his flavor. While this guy that plays very well tonight, Neto, should maintain his attacking right position. So I think the coach is actually the one that cost us this match tonight, which I'm not really happy. I was expecting a win on the job. That's my own say about it.
Thank you, Mr. Segun Adesanya. You are welcome, Mr. True Nigeria. You are welcome, Mr. Chelsea View. And I want to thank Mr. Adesanya who kick-started the conversation today. Chelsea View, do you have anything to say before Mr. True Nigeria? About today's match.
Well, I don't know. It's I don't know what to say. I'm very speechless. I really expected good performance from these boys, but they disappoint me, and I really blame the manager for this because these players should their heads not in the game. I don't know why, but I don't think they care about this team, but this is like I said, I feel like the one who is to blame all this is not the play. I mean, yes, there's some players that needs to be blamed for the performers, but also the managers too, because I feel that managers should speak to these players and talk to them, give them a lecture, and and tell them, hey, we're fighting for this, we're doing this, keep your head, like, it's all about the mentality, like, you have to focus in the game, you can't get your head out of the way, it's not over yet. So I think Maresca should talk to these boys and talk to them and talk to them and see like why their performance, like they haven't been performing. And I think there's some players that needs to leave. For example, I think there's some player in my mind that needs to leave. For example, I think Madueke should leave. I don't think he doesn't fit in our system. There's some players I can say that are not capable of bringing the top performance. So I think the board this summer, the board should they need to try to find look for a solution for this team. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chelsea View. Over to you, my brother, Mr. True Nigeria. It's a pleasure to see you once again. It's been a long time.
It is been a while, guys.
Quite an age.
It's been ages. I had a newborn baby in the house, so
wow! Congratulations!
He had to take thanks.
What is his name or her name?
It's her name. Her name is Eliana. It has to take a while for me to settle down and sleepless nights.
Congratulations.
It's not been easy. That's why I've been off air for a while for you, from you
Baba
guys.
go after long years.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I just left you guys abruptly without warning.
Yes.
I'm sure you guys would have seen my tweet today, and those of you who follow me on Facebook. And in the morning, I had shared a message. This morning, I said, the Chelsea players we have today, for whatever reason, don't have the warrior spirit. Whether we like it or not, before you point the fingers on the manager, I have said this several times on this podcast, that the moment the players cross that white line, it's now down to them. It's no longer down to the manager. I've said it before severally. So that Chelsea warrior spirit that we know our team for is no longer there. It stopped being there since the new owners have come in for whatever reasons. And for me, I think a lot of them are overpaid. And because they're overpaid, the commitment stopped being there. They're no longer fighting for the jersey. But having said that, for the first time, we saw something different today.
Yeah.
The manager changed the formation after that walloping by Brighton, which was strange because I've always felt Enzo Maresca was a very firm manager. And I think some Premiership managers have come out to say he lacks flexibility in his approach to play. So today, I think if you look at the first half, it caught Aston Villa by surprise.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have always had this formation as my go-to when things are not happening for us at the beginning of the season, where we play three front men. But unfortunately, we do not have the personnel to execute it properly.
Yes.
Because when you play three in the front, you are invariably playing three strikers. Normally, that's how it is. But what we had today, we had wingers playing as a number 9, and you have Nkoku playing one side, and you have what's his name, Palmer playing on the other side. It didn't really work, to be honest. It didn't really work because the personnel were not right. And I think in that first half, we had enough opportunities to have scored 2 or 3 goals.
Honestly.
Again, we didn't take them.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Doctor, I need to go because I need to go to work. But thank you for having me, though.
No worries. Thank you, buddy.
No problem. But I'll be back on about 20. I'll hop on 20 minutes later. Don't worry. I'll be back.
No, thank you.
All right.
So we struggled. If we had taken those 2 or 3 chances in that first half, we would have really killed the game.
Of course.
But it didn't happen. And our energy level suddenly dropped in the second half. And you will know why. Rhys James has not played as a midfielder, right? And he has never really played 90 minutes. And this is why I say sometimes the managers, I don't know what they are thinking. You take someone who is a right back to play midfield, and when you use him to play midfield, he's never played 90 minutes of football at right back, but you want him to play 90 minutes of football as a midfielder. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense. He was really, really tired because I can't remember the last time Risty played as a midfielder. The last time he played as a midfielder was when he was playing youth academy football. So the tiredness dropped. The tiredness crept in, and you could see Moses struggled. And the thing with Enzo, once Enzo has a yellow card, he's always afraid to play football. That is him. I don't know if Chelsea fans have followed him enough in the last 2 years, as much as I have. Once he has a yellow card, his game dropped. But my take is the manager should get the blame, because in that second half, I think there was a time we only had 10% possession.
Yes.
After the second half started, from statistics, which was not the Chelsea we know. He should have made substitutions in that midfield.
I was crying on my post.
Yeah, because as far as I'm concerned, Enzo Maresca has. Someone asked the question, what is happening to the players?
Yes.
Who is it? Who is to be blamed? Is it the manager to be blamed? So 2 questions. First, I've answered the players' beat that they don't have warrior spirit any longer. Then I blame the manager for killing the self-belief in the players.
Hmm.
At the beginning of the season, Enzo did too much talking, trying to impart his way of playing into the players. And that obviously took away the self-belief players had, because he wants them to play the way he wants to play. I have screamed over my head that our wingers are not scoring enough goals compared to other teams. Even teams below us, their wingers are scoring more goals than ours. But yeah, we have enough possession. The reason being the way Maresca wants to play. He tells our wingers to hold the line, to always stay outside. He doesn't encourage them to come into the box. He doesn't encourage them to run behind the defenders. And I'm sure the players, if they listen to this, they will tell me, yes, Mr. True Nigerian, that's the instruction we get. And that's why you're not seeing it a lot from Madueke. That's why you're not seeing a lot from Sancho. If you look at it, they hardly run behind the defenders. They hardly do, because that's what they've been told. So that idea of not letting player have freedom is what is affecting our players now, especially in difficult position. Because when you're in a difficult situation, you let the player's ability speak for themselves. But because we have a very rigid manager who has to play in a certain way, this is the instruction I give you, you must deliver it. Even when the instruction is not working, the players don't have that flexibility of saying, you know what, let me use my ability. This is not working. Me sitting out here on the flank is not working for me. And it's the same thing with the strikers. And it's the same thing with the goalkeepers. He's made the keepers lose self-confidence. A keeper who does not know how to kick, you are now trying to force him to kick. It's never going to work. It's the same thing with defenders. If a defender doesn't know how to play out, he doesn't know how to play out. You can't force him. The primary responsibility of a defender is to defend and not to do the playing. There are people in front of him who should be doing the playing, not him.
Yeah.
He is to defend the goal. But we don't have any of those things. So for me, if you look at the way Maresca is playing, you have young kids who are dying to have opportunity. We brought a great player, I can't remember his name, the guy we brought from the French league in January. I've seen his clips. When Moses is tired, when Enzo is tired, bring this kid in. I'm sure he'll be dying to want to show how good he is.
Yeah.
And you never know with the cameo. Look at what we saw Neto do today. Neto is a better striker than Chris Nkoku by far.
By far.
So don't play Chris Nkoku as a striker. In fact, throughout this season, Nkoku has not been injured, but we haven't seen anything from him simply because Maresca is not playing him to his strength. Nkoku is better playing with a proper number 9 as a supporting striker beside him.
Yes.
That's when you get the best out of Nkoku. Nkoku is not even a number 10 for me. I don't care what anybody says. I know he said he's a number 10. I don't see him as a number 10. He cannot hold on to the ball. He cannot trade passes. He cannot do any of those things. He's more of a supporting striker. That's what I see in his game. So Maresca, I don't mark obituary down for him. I'm sorry, guys. I said it in pidgin, right? Let me rephrase it in proper English for those of you watching. I have written his obituary for him. I don't think Maresca, if he continues this way, he would last up till October, December, when the season starts next year.
We still have 12 games to go.
He's not going to change anything. He's not going to change anything. Not even if Jackson comes back.
So do you
and
think
his excuse would be, like they all do when they get fired, they issue them a P45, which is the termination notice employer gives to employees in the UK. They get their P45. They're going to say, oh, it's because I don't have a striker. But you knew you didn't have a striker. You knew you never had a striker. Because as far as I'm concerned, Jackson is not a striker. That kid is only doing the best he can to play that striking position. Jackson would have been good in the front 3. You know the front 3 I talked about. Let him play from the left side.
Yeah.
That's where Jackson would have been good.
He plays very well there.
He plays very well. He cuts better. You can see Jackson will never hold on to the ball for you. Because once he gets the ball, he wants to just run with it. So he reminds me of a Thierry Henry when he started. So for me, I don't know. You see Gakpo and the rest of them, they are scoring goals. But we were struggling. Kopama is not in form at all.
He's not in form. He's not
He's
in form.
not in form.
It's
And because
evident.
that is because his self-belief is gone. Players lose form when the self-belief is gone. The manager has put too much in their head. Now their brain is saturated with what the manager says. So if I was Maresca, I would just simply say, you know what, you guys, this is the little information you want. Just go out there and do your team. And you will see the difference.
Go and play your ball.
Go and play your ball because I believe in you. Don't try and put too much. Too much has been put into their head. They are all confused now. That's my take. And thank you, guys.
And now, let me, before you go, I want to ask you, do you think that the top 4 agenda is still realizable? Yeah.
I want to see what's going to happen by the time we play the next 3 games.
Okay.
The next 3 games are easy games on paper. But we all know, I've watched the Premiership for 30 years now. I know there are no easy games.
Yeah.
There are no easy games in the Premiership. We saw today with our brothers next door. There are no easy games. I know they call names. Bro, doctor, you know they tell them, say when me at the talk, I know they like mention that name.
Okay.
Now cancer I go give people, I beg. Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna see how we play. And like I said to Liverpool fans, the league is yours to lose. What is left is the 2nd to the 4th, and luckily maybe a 5th might get the Champions League place. But let's see the next 3 games.
All right.
I did expect him to get at least a Champions League game at the beginning. By now, we should have been way ahead. We're losing games. I mean, Tottenham walloped Ipswich 4-1 at home. I'm thinking the same Ipswich that has made us look like child's play.
Yeah.
We couldn't even score.
Honestly.
So, and that's since December, you can see how we've dipped.
Yes.
This
9 games.
2 in 10.
2 wins.
2 in 10.
Yeah.
So, and like I said in my video, I think certain players have been overplayed. Moses has been overplayed. Kopama has been overplayed. Enzo has been overplayed. And these players, Carrera has been overplayed. And they are now beginning to feel it in their muscles. So that is the second part of it. And when you overplay certain numbers of players, I think I've mentioned 4 or 5 now. That's almost half of the starting 11. So that's going to have an impact. You kill the self-belief on those sitting on the bench. So when I hear people say, "Oh, Chelsea's performance has dropped," like I said in my video this morning, nobody has really given this explanation like I'm giving now, why the performance have dropped. So players have been overworked. 2, Maresca has fed them with too much play it my way. And they are now going on the pitch to say, okay, play it my way. We are in certain situations, it's not working. And they are too scared to do it their way. I've always said, manager give 50% and give the players 50% self-belief in their ability. Let them do their thing. Because at the end of the day, they are the one who's going to cross the line. They're going to see how the game is going. And you give them that flexibility to be able to adapt as the game goes. So top 4, I'll reserve my comment to answer your question to the next 3 games.
To Mr. Segun Adesanya, thank you, Mr. True Nigeria. Mr.
You're
Segun, do you think that top 4 for Chelsea is realizable, given the current form now that we are in? So do you think that...
Yeah, I believe, we can make top 4. The kind of player we have when we won the Champions League, that's 2021. I think that is the kind of player we have now. We have good players that can win game for us. The only thing is that the coach is still. I still feel the coach is a problem. When you I remember when that was 2012 when we won the first Champions League. Di Matteo. We are having issue then. Napoli won the first leg. The second leg, he called the players together. Sometimes a coach also sometimes can also learn. So when you know that you are not getting things right, there are players that have been there even before you.
That's
came
an
in.
interesting.
So that I understand the likes of what's it called, James. As James has been there, you can ask question. What do you think? If what do you think we can do? Ideas from players can also what it was what's it called, when they play their proper position. I think it will help. That is number one. Then number two is all these young stars that are on the bench. I think these young stars will be of use. If it's Lampard, I believe Lampard will bring in those small boys. They are mature. They are no longer small. This guy that that have the same look with Saka. What's the name of this boy? That boy, what's his name?
That's George.
Very good. He's very good on the field of play. I know that guy is very good. And we have other young stars that are very good as well. You can bring them in. Try to use them. Enzo is as Chuch Nigerian says, as he said, our brother said, these players are getting tired. The likes of what's it called, Enzo, Palmer, they're also getting tired. You need to try new players. Try to use them. See what they can offer you. It's not all the time you'll be using Palmer, you'll be using Enzo, you'll be using what's his name? You'll be using this guy on the right hand side. You have other players that can play, that can give us what we want as well. So I think the coach, everything still, I still feel the coach is still the one that has the solution to the top four. So if the next match maybe comes up with a good solution, we win the next 3-4 matches, then we are good to go. We can still make top four. It's still not over yet. We can still make top four. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Adesoya. Mr. True Nigeria, do you want to respond to what Mr. Adesoya said?
I mean, Mr. Adesoya made an interesting comment that coaches can learn from players. Yeah. And that also flows into what I said. Because when a coach gives self-confidence and self-belief to the players in their ability to do what they can do, he will pick one or two things from what the player is doing and probably change his mindset. And you see, it flows directly with the initial comment I had made. So
yes, it connects. It
connects very nicely with it. So for me, I don't really know if Maresca is that kind of manager, because he's a textbook Guardiola. You have to play the way I want you to play, otherwise you are out of my team. And you can see Guardiola has the similar stuff. He has the same struggle. Once things are not going well, it's a problem. His team only has self-belief in him when things are going well. But that's not what makes you a good manager. What makes you a good manager at the difficult moments. That's what makes you a good manager. And that's what makes you a good player as well. When things are difficult, you come out and you shine. I mean, no one gave Thomas Tuchel a chance to be able to win Champions League with the average players we had at that time. When you look at that Thomas Tuchel starting 11 in the finals against Man City, how many of them are still here apart from Risi?
They're gone.
They're all gone. They're all gone. I just think Maresca made some poor decisions with the bomb squad. I think our number one goalkeeper was the keeper who was there last season. Him sending me out on loan invariably was because he didn't believe in him. And hopefully next season he's going to come back, because we saw the second goal we considered now. That was poor goalkeeping error. That was elementary school error.
That was too poor.
Elementary. And it tells, when a keeper makes an error like that, it tells me of fear.
It's fear.
It's fear. When he makes an error like that, it is fear.
It's fear.
And you don't give confidence to your defenders that is already poor when Cowell will be losing ball, like say tomorrow, no day.
Cowell.
And
Oh my
he
God.
keeps. I've always said Cowell. Remember when we started this podcast? This is I said Cowell is not in my starting 11. I told you he's not in my
Oh
starting
my
11
God.
and he still hasn't improved. Even
Ah,
Fofana, the guy they sent to Juventus, right? The guy they sent to Juventus,
yeah, it's Vega.
Vega. Remember I told you Vega should be the guy playing that left
They
central
are calling him the
defender.
wall now at Juvie.
Yeah, of
The
course.
wall.
Because I like people who are warriors. He has that warrior spirit.
Yes.
And we only need the warriors. We need only one warrior spirit in that back line to lift the rest. He's a no-nonsense guy. But at least I'm sure next season, Cowell has had his chance. If he gets benched from next season, I don't see anything that's going to happen. It's just unfortunate Baba Shields is not there to give him competition. I want to see this young kid they brought in from Argentina. He looks like somebody who has warrior spirit as well. But I'm so surprised he has not given him a chance to play yet.
I think he's injured. He's
injured now, but I think he's on the bench.
Unless he's okay. I didn't.
He was on the bench. He was on the bench.
Okay.
He was on the bench. I want to see him play because he's another kid that has that warrior spirit. And that's what we need. Our back line is too soft. You know, Cowell, Tosin, Adebra, they are too soft. They are too soft, man. No, too soft. If we had somebody like Osimhen there, Osimhen will be telling them how to play football in training. You have to be a fighter. If you don't have that fighting spirit, they will just take you for a Mickey. And look at the way they pass Gusto. Look at the way they just pass him. I played right back. I think I've said it on this podcast.
Even
as soon as the ball comes to you for the first time, I'm going to match your ankle, your tendon between your foot and your leg. I'm going to step on it intentionally just to tell you I'm here. You're not going anywhere. By the time you knock that pin for the next 15 minutes, you're not going to try shit to try and to pass me. But Gusto is not the kind of right back at all. No. And
it was too simple.
It was too poor. No decent crosses. Nothing. You can't play that right back position. And
even he can't give small passes. He can't
even give short passes. He can't give short passes as well. So for me, I don't know. We need somebody else to play the right back outside James. And I think James should just be restored to the proper position. And he should be given freedom to overlap. He should be given freedom to overlap. And once he overlaps, one of the central defenders.
I think the reason why they are not giving the freedom to overlap is because of his injury. They are managing him. He's not actually 100% okay. They are managing him. So if he starts overlapping again, then the injury will come again.
I would doubt, because as a footballer, when I play football, you need to test that injury. You need to test it. The earlier you test it and let it reoccur, the better it is for you.
We have seen it over the time. We have
seen
it.
And that's what he's doing. He's testing it. He needs to be allowed to test it. Because what people don't understand about injury is, if you nurse it and you're sort of massaging it, like, I don't want it to come, and it's in the back of your head, right?
Yeah.
When it comes, it's going to be 2-3 times worse. Now, when you just pray freely, if it comes, it comes. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because if you pick up an injury knowing in your head that, I don't want to get injured, that's when the injury is worse for you. And psychologically it's difficult for you to treat it as well, to recover. Because remember, in your mind, you've been mising it, I don't want to get injured, I don't want to get injured. So that's just it. I think he should be allowed to step on it, and if it comes, it comes. We know we are not saying he's in the bedroom, he's picking up the injury. He's picking up the injury on the pitch of play. So nobody should complain.
I think I do not know what would have happened behind the scene, but I could see, even from James' perspective, he wasn't willing even to be overlapping. From even James, I could see him.
Because that instruction has been given.
Perhaps,
Doctor, that's the instruction he's been given.
Yeah.
Don't go to. Why do you think what's his name? Our left back doesn't suit his formation.
The
one in Crystal Palace.
Chaluba.
Chilwell. Yeah. That's why he didn't want Chilwell in his team. He didn't want Chilwell in his team because he goes forward too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's uncontrollable, and he cannot come and play inside. So
He's
I
one
just
of
think
our.
his style
He's
of play
one
is
of
just
the.
too rigid.
He's
That's
one of
just
our
all.
left back, left players that normally score. He's an attacking footballer.
Who? Cucurella.
Chua.
Yeah. He scores a lot of goals because he goes forward.
Yeah.
So for me, if I was a manager, I'm never going to tell a player not to play to his ability. Never. I will never tell a player not to play to his ability. All I'm just going to do is to teach him when to apply that ability and when not to apply it. So you don't put your team in trouble, which is what Enzo Maresca struggled to do. He doesn't know how to tell his players or manage them, train them to use their ability to their strength.
Yeah.
Right? Instead, he said, no, I don't care about your ability. That's what he tells them. And that's why, left to him, I'm not sure he would play Rissi. Left to him, I don't think he would play him. Because Rissi is not his kind of player.
Yeah.
He's not his kind of player at all. But I still see Rissi as a right back who can give you defense splitting passes from that right back position. I mean, we saw some of the passes he gave today that we should have scored if we had taken them.
Yeah.
But he cannot play midfield. I don't think right now he hasn't got the stamina to play that midfield that he played today. So that's just
now. I want, before you go, Willie Wilson is making one interesting comment, and he has been making some comment, but I think this one is somehow. So he said, remove Enzo Fernandez, CM is poor. He make Chelsea weaker. All the matches he play, either Chelsea draw or lose. He has injury or get sold next season. When you were talking, you talk about Enzo. That was why I picked this for us to have conversation about this comment. You said one thing. You said whenever Enzo collects yellow card,
his performance drops.
That his performance drops.
Yeah.
Now, and me, I've seen some people in the comment section also now talking about Enzo. So, what is your perspective about Enzo?
If you remember at the beginning of the season, I told you I don't see Enzo to be in that starting 11. It's just unfortunate Levi is not fit. Romeo is not fit. That's just the problem. Because for me, Enzo is neither, in my own footballing head, a defensive midfielder. Neither is he so much of an attacking midfielder. And the way Enzo plays is not different from the way Jorginho plays. Jorginho was sold to Arsenal.
Yeah.
They play the same kind of way. They are deep sitting midfielders. They can't run with the ball. They cannot defend. His kind of football is only good when you are looking to play counter-attacking football. So he gets the ball, make sure he has enough time. If he doesn't have enough time, he struggles. He has enough time to dwell on the ball to pick a pass from the deep position. But the way we are playing now, we're not playing like a counter-attacking team.
No.
If Enzo was playing for a Thomas Tuchel, he would do very well. Because Thomas Tuchel is more of counter-attacking football. Right? We get the ball, bang. We're in your last third, just like that. So for me, he doesn't really suit the team. Forget the prize money they paid for him. And I don't think he should really be starting. Because he doesn't offer the defenders any defensive cover. But Enzo will be good if you play 2 10s. And that's when you play 3 in the front. So you play two in the front, 2 striker in the front. Then you have 2 10s behind them. So those 2 10s can also go to the wings anytime they want, as the play dictates. That's when he will be good. So you would not really notice him. But again, he doesn't have that strength to play number 10, to be honest.
He doesn't have the
strength.
He doesn't have the strength.
He doesn't have the strength at all.
He struggles.
You go past him, you can't put in a tackle. You know how many times Enzo has gone for the ball? I'm sure 8 out of 10, 8, 9 times you will win Enzo with the ball. That's the ball is on both of you's foot, and you're
Yeah.
struggling on who's going to kick this ball and be the one to be ahead. Fans should watch it. Enzo never wins those kind of tackles. He never does. And when you're facing him with the ball, you just go past him like he's not there. So he's not a player for Chelsea, to be honest.
Yeah.
Those who paid 120 million, good luck to them. They know who they paid it to and why they paid it.
The money is too much.
Yeah, he wasn't worth it at all.
Nah,
It wasn't worth it at all. They should have allowed him go somewhere else. That's just my view. I hope I've answered your question, Doctor.
Yes, you have answered, actually. You have answered it, but I think the takeaway message for all of us today is what Mr. Adesanya said, and which also correlates with what you said earlier. The coach needs to learn from the players as well. Sometimes you try to debase yourself and connect with your players, not as a boss, no, not as a leader, not as a coach, but you see yourself at their level so that they will be able to relate with you. And you also talk about that when you were talking that it be like say the coach don't the coach talking don't affect the confidence
The
level
players, yeah.
of the
You know,
players.
how can somebody be allowed to express himself when all the thing you hear is what the coach is saying in your ears?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that's happening. He talks too much. You know, let the players express themselves for once.
Yeah. So yeah, South American players like money, especially when they see Mugun.
Mr. Dr. Benga, I'm going to have to leave you here.
All right, no worries, no worries, no worries.
Enjoy
Thank
the
you,
rest of
Mr.
the day. I'll join you more often as soon as I'm free. All right.
No worries.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Yeah. Willie Wilson, you they make me to yeah, will I say to laugh? Yeah. That you said South American players like money, especially when they see Mugun. So, are you saying that Chelsea is a Mugun now? Are you saying Chelsea is a Mugun, Mr. Willie? This guy is not okay. Let me just read what Mr. Adesanya wrote here. Said Maresca is not a coach. To be sincere, we don't have a coach yet. Rich James on the right defense, we have produced better threat. Okuku doesn't deserve to be in that team. Why will he change Palmer position all because he wants to please another player that lacks vision? Enzo lacks vision. We have young, versatile players on the bench, and you keep on using bunch of tired players. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are wrong. Let us listen to music. We will come back. Let us go. We will come back later. So, let us listen to music.
How on earth have we spent £1 billion and we're still losing to a 10-man West Ham? They don't even have Rice anymore. I can't do this every season. Sort it out!
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair 3 goals we scored and claim our right. In unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Benga Fọláyan kí ló sọ o.
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair 3 goals we scored and claim our right. Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Ọmọge yìí ó tó lọ sọ.
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham assim. No team time, fair 3 goals we score and claim our right.
We really
Unity we conquer, claim our fate. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Yeah, Chelsea needs to sort it out. Don't mind this. My lad need that is doing one thing. Let me go back to the theme of this broadcast so that we get the perspective of today's focus. I asked a question. I said something is wrong with our players, but who's really to blame? Who can we blame for these poor performances? Who can we blame for this result? Who can we blame for winning 2 matches from the last 10 games? Who should we blame? And if you look at what people have been saying, everything has been coming back to Maresca, our coach. Everything has been coming back to Maresca. So the pendulum is swinging around the head of Maresca. And why? I want to take us back to the beginning of the season when Maresca came and he was exhibiting braggadoism. Let me put it like that. He was bragging with his own system. He was bragging with his own strategy, just like Mr. True Nigeria said that it's like he's just using Guardiola template without even reviewing it for Chelsea. It's just using Guardiola textbook in a raw form. And that is where he gets it wrong. Let me tell you, each club has their own pattern. And when you want to change a pattern for a club, you need to blend it. You don't need to impose it. That's the word. You don't need to impose your own pattern to the existing pattern because it may boomerang, just like the pattern of Maresca is boomeranging now. He imposed his pattern, his style of playing. He imposed it on those players. And I could see that those players couldn't have a say. So it happened. That was when I was saying that Maresca need to get it right at the beginning of the season. He was making mouth, showing a lot of things in the training sessions. So far, for the first time, I began to see training sessions, here and there. I began to see footages of our training sessions, which I couldn't see during the Pochettino's era. So, and in the course of this, you could see what he also did. He removed some players. He said he didn't need some players, that he didn't need Chaloba, that he didn't need Chiwell. A lot of things that he did at the beginning of the season. However, when I was talking there, some people were saying that, but we are getting results. So he was so lucky that at the beginning, he he was doing fine at the beginning, but I said I will find that video. I find that live broadcast. I said we just need to be careful. We have tradition. We have our home pattern in Chelsea. We don't do tiki-taka too much to be present, to be having 70-80% kidney without any result to show for it. No. Each club has their own pattern. When you see why Liverpool is getting it right now, their former coach stick to Liverpool's pattern, blended it a bit. And that's why the current coach is enjoying everything that man laid down. Do you see Liverpool buying a lot of players at the beginning of this season? No, they didn't buy a lot of players. In fact, Nunes, or what do they call his name, one of their players, misses a lot of chances. But because they stick to their pattern, it is really working for them. What does this? Let me stop. I could see some comment flowing. Let me start from Mr. Olamide Matthew Gumilua. I have come to the conclusion that Chelsea DNA or destiny has been swapped by Todd Bowley and Clear Lake Capital. Mr. Adesoya, exactly. Okay. Chelsea has a tradition, pattern, and style of play. That's it. We have it. You can't just come one day and want to change a tradition that was built for many years. Thank you, Mr. Adesoya. Willie has come again. It shouldn't be a surprise that Chelsea is out of Conference League, out of top 4. The coach is just deceiving Chelsea fans that they will finish in the top 4. It'd be a shame losing to Ipswich Club. He has destroyed Chelsea more than Pochettino did. Mr. Willie is brutal this night. So I would not be surprised. Let's listen to music for a while.
How on earth have we spent £1 billion and we're still losing to a 10-man West Ham? They don't even have Rice anymore. I can't do this every season. Sort it out!
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair 3 goals we scored and claim our right. In unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Benga Falaya Kilo So.
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair 3 goals we scored and claim our right. Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Our
strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fair 3 goals we score and claim our right. Unity we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Yeah, we need to sort it out. We need to sort it out. Mr. Timothy is saying something here. Palmer is too relaxed. That's why he stopped scoring. I think we should ask ourselves why Palmer is now relaxed. And that goes back. Excuse me. That goes back to what we were saying before, that our players have lost their confidence. They have lost their confidence. Their confidence level is nothing to write home about because they cannot express themselves. They only play to the instruction. Everything is just static. So there is no room for flexibility. So they just stick to the rigid mentality of Maresca. Like what one of us said, Mr. True Nigeria. He said Maresca is just using Guardiola textbook for Chelsea. And that's not what we need. I was talking about our pattern, our style of play that each team has. I said, in fact, I used Liverpool as an example. I said the coach of Liverpool now is enjoying because the former coach stick to the pattern of Liverpool and also blended it a bit, refashioning it a bit, refining it a bit. And that's why it's just what the guy is just enjoying. That's why it makes the work so easier for him. And to respond to the question I raised, to the poster I raised for this broadcast, I would say that based on different views of many people who have spoken today, that something is wrong with our players because of our coach. So the blames will go back to the coach. So our coach needs to go into the drawing board and examine critically about what is causing these poor results. And sit down. In fact, one of our panelists today said Maresca should come down from his high horse and connect with the players. He shouldn't see himself as the boss. He shouldn't see himself as the coach. He should allow the divergent views of those players, because our players are just they are lost. That's what I would say. Our players, the current squad of Chelsea now is lost. We are in disarray. Our squad don't know what to do because they only play to the instruction. Their expressions are nothing to write home about. Their expressions do not matter. And that is a problem. When a player is thinking about a template before he decides, that's a problem. One of those things I like Ancelotti for, especially a few weeks ago when he was talking, he said that he doesn't do much. He just allows the players to enjoy themselves on the pitch, at least with some instructions being given to them. That he allows them to he gives them the freedom to enjoy themselves on the pitch. But when you are caged, when players are caged because of one rigid template that they need to they need to use while playing, then you have boxed them. So at the moment, all our players are boxed. They are boxed by Maresca templates. So until we try to sort it out, honestly, bàbá ń fi ọ̀bẹ lélẹ̀ nígbà ìgbà ibì kan náà ló máa fi lélẹ̀. Àbí tó máa sọ pé tó máa ju ọ̀bẹ sókè, when they throw the knives, when you throw the knives up, you toss it up, it will be showing you same side. While falling down, it will be falling down on one side, and it won't be changing the side. So even if you do it 200 times, it will be showing you the same result. Why? Because they are playing to the instruction of the coach. Why their expressions, why their freedom is hanging. Their expressions are hanging. Their freedom is hanging. So they lack creativity. That's it. When you are boxed, your creativity also is boxed. See what Palmer is playing now. Was this how Palmer played last season? So Willie has come again. At level devil, they punish Chelsea players and fans. Yes, because these things are having ripple effect not only on players but on all members of Chelsea community. All the fans now, we are not happy. All the fans, we are not happy at all. All the fans. In fact, you could see that I cannot even play any song. I have many songs to release, Chelsea song to release. When I released my album 3 days ago, I released my album 3 days ago. That album has I think I have 3 albums now to release. But since last year, I have not been able to release those 3 albums. Why? Because we have not been playing well. So why will I release albums? Release the album that talks about Chelsea, that inspire us. For what? For what reason? So I needed to really alter the albums again and reshuffled the tracks. So when you look at the album that I released a few days ago, you will see some of the Chelsea tracks there. They are not much. But in the earlier plan stuff, I mean, initially my plan was to release everything. The first album I will release to be purely Chelsea tracks. But given the fact that we are not playing well now, so I just removed a lot of tracks from the album because I have a lot of songs on ground now that need to be released. They have just been there for years. So, and that's why you see the album that I released now, I title it Harvest Time. That Harvest Time is one of the Chelsea track there. So the album comprises 16 tracks. So because there are my plan was to release 3 albums. So there are tracks, song tracks for 3 albums now. And even in each album, I will have more than 15. So I was even contemplating that there are going to be 4 albums. Now, see, I couldn't do that. And what am I saying? I'm saying the ripple effect these poor results have on our players also go to the fans as well. Because fans are feeling it. All Chelsea fan bases around the world now, we are not happy. You think that now we lost today. We've lost today now. And you think that Chelsea fans will be happy. No! I was even thanking God that Arsenal lost too. And I was praying that we should win so that at least we have something to talk about. Just to banter. But now we can't banter because when we banter them, they will banter us back. What is the reason for us bantering our yebon? What is the reason now for us bantering our yebon? Or our ishokupa? What is the reason? What is the reason? No, there's no reason again. Let's just go and sleep. But one thing is that there is answer for the poster I have raised earlier in this live broadcast. I raised a poster that okay, something is wrong with our players, but who is really to blame? So the blame goes to Maresca. Have a wonderful night. Good night for now. Don't forget, Chelsea is tea, our club. Football is the game. Chelsea is the pride of London, no matter what is happening. So, on this note, I will say goodbye. Thank you for those who have participated in today's program. I really thank you so much. I want to thank Willie Wilson. I want to thank Timothy Madugu Ataka, Olamide Matthew Ogulumilua. I want to thank all the participants, all the panelists today, Mr. Daisaya, Chelsea View, Mr. True Chelsea, yes, Mr. True Chelsea. Mr. Desanya really came up with Mr. Both of them, both panelists came up with lofty ideas today, rich discussions about how we can forge ahead. Hopefully, our coaching crew will learn from these poor results and what come up with solutions that could put us in a better position for next season, especially as far as top 4 agenda is concerned. So thank you everyone who has been part of today's program. I thank you. On this note, I will say goodbye.
How on earth have we spent £1 billion and we're still losing to a 10-man West Ham? They don't even have Rice anymore. I can't do this every season. Sort it out!
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fell 3 goals, we scored and claim our right. In unity, we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Gbẹ̀ngà Fọláyan kí ló sọ o.
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fell 3 goals, we scored and claim our right. Unity, we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
I'm done. Wàhálà mọ́ wàá wà báyìí. Again, no, this is a thing. Post picture.
Mr. Bumi Daramola, good evening, my brother. It's been a long time.
Yes,
It's been a long time. I was even wrapping up the program. I've wrapped up the program when I saw you. I said, let me.
Àwa ṣe ń wọlé ní òjò pa wá láti view center 2 things ló ṣe wá lénìí.
Oh, sorry. Wọ́n náà wọ òjò tó pa yín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ òjò tún pa mí o.
Yeah, Ẹ̀kọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta. Just like we have been talking about, okay, who is to be blamed? That it is evident something is wrong with our players. So who should we blame? That's what we discussed so far. It's been 1 hour.
Yes, I can see 1 hour 14 minutes.
Yes, yeah. So I now, because I've seen you, I said, let me I gotta rest. And if you want to say anything, you are free to say it before we
let me just say something, maybe 2 minutes, so that you can go and sleep for Sunday service.
Yeah, no worries.
Whereas for me, I will surely blame those players. Yeah, okay. I will surely blame the players. But one part is that I will blame the board for releasing most of our players out without any backup.
Hmm.
If you check those bench, there is no better player than only Sancho for good sub in that bench, and they all release all those players that can come in and make some changes for us.
Hmm.
So no bench for us. And for the players, I think the winning mentality has gone down. We didn't have any winning mentality again, not like before. There's nothing like fighting spirit. We are just, you see the way Palmer is playing today. Everybody know that Palmer is even angry with himself.
Hmm.
It's showing his face. Palmer is playing, and even there is no joy in nothing in that. Even before this match, I even tell them, you said that we shouldn't stress ourselves. We are losing today's game. But most people are saying, you are not a good Chelsea fan. I said, okay, I'm not a good Chelsea fan. Let's see the outcome. Even when we scored the first goal, I said, and one thing about us over 5 games now is that once we score first goal, and in the next 20 minutes we didn't utilize our chances, automatically we are playing draw or we'll finally lose the game. So I will put the blame overall because if everything work well, they will give kudos to the coach, and if it is on another side, they will blame the coach.
Yeah.
One thing I say about our coach is that he doesn't have a plan B. If your static is not working, try to change it. During Conte, Liverpool beat us, Arsenal beat us, and Conte changed it to 3-4-3. From that moment, we won all the games and we won the title for that season. But for now, our coach doesn't have plan B. The only plan that is using inverting player. You see the way James is playing midfield now. Nothing. So maybe if we can utilize the next 2 games, just in my interview, because I normally do interview in my recent after game. In my interview, I asked them that what's our hope for the next 2 games against Southampton and Leicester City, and that's what can bring us back. If you manage to win that game, then. But for now, I don't see us in top 4 because already Yoruba was talking only in continuing Basso Jade Ngba mi. You have said it that we are not in clinic. Now, yesterday, you're now shouting that we are looking to. No, it doesn't work like that. So that is about. Don't let me waste your time. The deal has been done already.
You are not wasting my time, bro. You are not wasting my time.
And I think the last time that I showed on this program, let me just use this opportunity to tell you that God has blessed me with a bouncy baby boy.
Oh, that means not only you now, it's because Mr. True Nigeria also had a baby. Congratulations. Congratulations. Shaboni Abako.
I want no money. I win.
Ẹ kú oríire o, ẹ kú oríire, ẹ kú oríire. Ọlọ́run á bá wa wò ó, Ọlọ́run á bá wa dá sí. Adirun àdìgbà fún wa o, adolóríire ọmọ láyé lórúkọ Jésù. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́, ẹ kú oríire náà. Mo rí madam about was it not a few months ago? Kò tẹ̀ dàbí pé wọ́n yùn.
Like when me post any of our picture with that pregnancy at that time. So
okay. All right. Ekorire. And it's good to see you again. Mr. Shegun Mosha.
Sure. Money normal direct contact WhatsApp.
Okay, because for some months now I'm just off because of my busy schedules. So if I come online, I just read little stuff and I would. In fact, sometimes some people help to just post. Of course, you will say post, but it's not me. I would have done it, blah, blah, blah. They just help to post. So because I was so busy. So that's it. Ekorire. And good to see you. Good to see you. Ní tàtúwárìrà ó yẹ ká máa yọ̀ ní wájú àwọn olórí gbogbo yìí, àwọn olórí gbogbo tí ó jẹ́ kí, but it is well. Let's see what will happen in the next 2 matches. Southampton and Leicester City. Let's see what will happen. All right. We catch up again. We catch up again. I want to get ready for the church. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So bye for
All
now.
right.
Bye for now. Bye for now. Bye for now.
ọmọge yìí ó tọ́.
How on earth have we spent £1 billion and we're still losing to a 10-man West Ham? They don't even have rice anymore. I can't do this every season. Sort it out!
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fell 3 goals, we scored and claim our right. In unity, we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
Gbẹ̀ngà Fọláyan kí ló sọ o.
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fell 3 goals, we scored and claim our right. Unity, we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out.
ọmọge yìí ó tọ́ lọ sí.
Our strength, fire, fuels our might. From West Ham's challenge, we learn our lesson. Luton Town fell 3 goals, we scored and claim our right. Unity, we conquer, claim our faith. Oh, Chelsea, sort it out. Hang up the banners and shout the news. There's no reason to fear. Ó ti jíǹde, ó gba kọ́kọ́rọ́ lọ́wọ́ ikú, ó gba kọ́kọ́rọ́ lọ́wọ́ ìṣà òkú. You shall not die anymore. I've come to tell you that Jesus has risen, dying and fear and all pass away. Swallow in victory, there's no reason to fear. Gbogbo ìyà tí bàjẹ́, gbogbo rẹ̀ tó ti kó lọ. Ikú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ dà ó, ìṣọ̀kú ṣẹ́gun rẹ̀ dà. Jésù ikú mi ní ìṣẹ́gun. Ó ti jíǹde, ó ti jíǹde o. He's risen, Jésù jíǹde o. He's alive, ó ti jíǹde. Ó ṣe wí, ó ti jíǹde. Ó ti jíǹde o.